something that triggered that, because my phone was charged, it was actually plugged in, my do not disturb was on, but I had to start over. I'm not going to be starting over, I'm just going to continue from there. I just thought that that glitch was really funny and really interesting. It could be a sign that Spirit wanted me to take some more information in, or that there's something I said that wasn't gelling with the algorithm or with YouTube. So I'm going to keep away from it saying anything that outright might trigger that, and I'm just going to continue from there. So we had earlier the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles in reverse, typically when I think of the Four of Pentacles and see that, it usually is telling me that there's restriction, that there's also this sense of holding on to something and keeping it close to your heart. I think of the Four Talents because of my upbringing. And so Spirit is trying to say that with the Four of Pentacles, it's like this information is coming right out, but there's been this restriction, this extreme actually restriction on the information that's present. And I also saw the Ten of Pentacles. So it's in regards to families, in regards to a lineage that's going to be addressed in the public eye. So you're going to notice that people that are, I'm not going to say it's not to be mean, but nepo babies, like people that are a product of nepotism, are being highlighted in this reading. Someone here is going to have information leaked in some regard regarding a family, regarding even, it could be a family of people that are not related by blood, but this feels like it has some undertone of like lineage here. So Spirit, I want to highlight, I want to focus on what that means, because it seems as though there has been a lot of, I'm hearing catering to the best, catering to people in the public eye. They tend to keep each other accountable, and kind of like, it's almost like keeping it within a circle of people. And so there's something about that information or insight coming out, and it's going to be addressed. Okay, it was addressed recently, or it will be addressed, is what I'm hearing now. Ten of Cups in reverse. So it's going to be addressing and talking about something that's going to make them upset. Now, let me check and see what else Spirit is trying to say here. Because the Ten of Cups usually is a card of like happy, it's a stable, happy household, happy family, happy life. But it seems as though it's being turned upside down here. So if you guys are new, my name is Francine, by the way. I'm doing a reading on world events as it states in the description box. I had a bit of a glitch earlier, so I think I'm back on. If you guys want to say hey or say anything there. Thank you, OG Scary Larry, because I feel like that was really weird that happened. And it happened right after I said two names, and I'm pretty sure that might be something that's restricted. So if that's the case, I'm just going to keep it moving, okay? So I'm gonna like keep saying what I wanted to say anyway. So Spirit wants to highlight the information that's gonna be coming through to you. I'm also hearing 14. So there's something impactful about the 14th to the 18th here. So you're gonna be seeing some insight, some information coming through. Isn't the 14th today? Hold on. No, it's the 16th, what the heck? There's something coming within 14 to 18 days, or the 14th to the 18th of July, that's impactful here. So I'm going to come back, see what that's about. But let's see what else is going on. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Okay, we have the High Priestess coming through. A bunch of cards. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hermit, along with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So what I see from this, intuitively, information that has been restricted in some form or fashion is going to be said, because they feel as though someone, this energy of whoever this person is in the public eye, is going to be saying it because they know that they need to say it. They know that it needs to come out somehow, that this is the best way in which this information should come out. Their intuition has been telling them to do that. Okay, and I want to also keep in mind that when I do these readings, I'm not looking at a they versus them mentality. I just need to say that intuitively. Someone here that will see this video, past, present, or future, is coming from a place of thinking that this message is going to be an attack on culture, attack on society, an attack on the figureheads that I'm speaking of. But this is not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is look at the humanity of the group of people that are involved here and see what they're trying to do and how that will impact us. Because the people that hold power, in the sense of holding the majority of what funds we do have, we should know about what things are what's going on, what's misappropriated. If there's misappropriated funds, if there's people using their or abusing their power, we should know about that. But I'm not coming from a place of trying to look at them as devils, in the sense that I feel like they're like evil inherently. They have done evil things, but there's something here about not getting worked up and not allowing yourself to fear them. They're not necessarily demons. They may operate out of a very demonic or lower vibration to some people, but I feel as though there's a message here about being able to catch it, to catch these signs and synchronicities of people in your life and people in the public eye that are doing these things. Because there's insight and introspection here at the end of it. At the end of the day, this is the energy that they're getting for this information, insight coming out. There is introspection, and there is going to be a lot of revelations in regards to these people. So earlier I talked about Musk, and I don't know if that's going to get me out of this live again. I talked about a number of people here that have misappropriated funds or used them for their own ventures. But there's something about that money coming back into the pockets of the people as well. So there's abundance coming to a lot of people in the collective, and it's coming out of this energy of the wheel has turned out of favor for someone in the public eye, and there's a need for them to reconcile with that. So someone here is reconciling with the loss or misappropriation of funds. I'm hearing brigade, and I did a channeled message on that, and it's interesting that it's coming back. It might have to be about someone that I just spoke about here. So Spirit also highlighted the Page of Pentacles coming out in reverse. That's about stagnancy. And when I look at that, because I think of when the Page of Pentacles is upright, I think of someone who is acquiring a skill, acquiring a start to something that is going to be very beneficial, materialist, something that's going to provide wealth and resources. When I see that in reverse, they're about to at times, I know that, but there seems to be this energy of not getting up from the ground or not coping after something comes out. So this person, you may notice, may be out of the graces of the public very soon. I would look out for the dates that I mentioned earlier. So 14th to the 18th, that's coming out very strongly. Someone is going to see, and people are going to see that. And when they do, it's going to affect their business, their ventures, their ability to create something or to move forward with it or advance with something. Why is the Page of Pentacles here, Spirit? Okay. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups coming through, the Nine of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Someone's going through a really humiliating experience with the public eye soon. There's going to be information and insight that comes out that's going to embarrass somebody, and it's going to cause them a lot of mental torture. It seems as though they're going to have to, what do we have here? Be wary of anyone that tries to donate to a cause shortly after they do something that is really messed up and effed up, okay? So one of the signs that you're gonna see of someone being found out is if they begin to start donating to charity all of a sudden and start saying like that they're going to put their proceeds into something great. Typically people that do that when they're caught doing something are trying to maintain the good public graces of the collective. So please don't be easily thwarted or doubtful when you see someone trying to give to a charity for a cause, because that cause may be related to something they have done. Okay, so for instance, someone donating to a charity because of domestic violence or because of abuse. they might be an abuser. Okay, and this is specifically for someone. It's not going to be everyone. So do not think every person who donates is that. But this is going to be a sign prophetically for someone that is going to do something like that. Okay? The energy is really heavy. I don't know why I expected it to be light. It's not. So this is going to be addressing something very close to someone's heart. Someone had a dream here in the public eye that they were going to do something with the money they got from support, and they feel like they're not going to be able to do that anymore. It's going to cause them a lot of torment, a lot of instability, and you're going to see that. Okay? So, wow, public pain is what I heard. That's like really strong. Okay, let's move on to another deck. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, what messages do you have? I keep hearing the misappropriated funds. Someone has been misappropriating funds for quite a time. And when I look at the 10 of Pentacles, they had a lot of money and they had a lot of responsibility to that money, and they did not do anything accordingly. I'm seeing a cake and I'm seeing someone slicing pieces off. Someone's been slicing off something. Skimming off of something, taking some money off of something in order to use it for something that they're passionate about, but that you're not aware of. Skimming happens a lot, okay? So let's see here. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. What would you like to say about what's going on here? We have the 6 of Pentacles. So Spirit wants to highlight what they said at the end. The 6 of Pentacles is what matters here, the balancing act. It's going to bring balance. It's going to restore balance karmically as well. Because like I said in the beginning, with the overall energy being I'm sorry, this person is going to come to grips with the fact that they can't do what they were doing anymore. When I say you can't do it anymore, they can't do it quite the way they were doing it, okay? Just because they get caught doing something does not mean that they stop doing it. That just means they change the way they do it. Okay, so that's definitely coming through as well. But there is balance coming with the situation. There is going to be a rectifying measure, is what I'm hearing. That's going to bring things back into balance. We have the 10 of Cups coming through. So you guys are seeing, what I'm seeing, right? Because Spirit is just giving it straight up. I feel like this is a message that sounds very basic in some regards, but this is something you can go back to and tell me if you don't see this happening or you do. Because it seems like the 10 of Cups is coming, fulfillment of some karmic scale. Something karmically was not, it was holding people back. And I think this is something I want to share with the collective here, okay? There's a lot of defensiveness and a lot of strife going on in the collective right now, and has been for centuries. There is always this thing of left or right, of wrong or right, of thoughts and beliefs, and distinguishing ourselves from everyone else in order to fit something or to feel better than someone. And there's something about dissension being at the forefront of this. Rich and poor should not be like a thing. Okay, I really don't, and don't think that I'm trying to say something that I'm not. What I'm saying here is balance has to be restored in every generation. There's always a step towards balance in every generation. Not saying you'll see it materialize, but there has to be a reckoning for the wrong that has been done. Now, when you see the 6 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, that's about balance being great, actually assisting us on our path. So when you see something happening to a celebrity or to someone notable, there are two people. There are people that love celebrities, certain ones, and there's some that hate them because of who they are and because they're famous. Spirit wants you to look at people that are kind of archetypes of things in the world. Those celebrities, the reason why so many people focus on them is because of something they've attained. Okay, there's something about us coming to an understanding and a foundational understanding of these people being human, and that there's something that will bring people collectively together. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing already. And we have the Emperor. We're addressing outmoded beliefs. We had the Empress come out earlier. So this is about not only what people like to talk about with divine counterparts, because I feel like we talk about that so much, but society is coming into balance more and more with each generation. There's something that comes through with each generation that we need to address. And I feel like the Emperor here is what we need to address. People that we place in power and hierarchies, they're going to be addressed, and they're going to be, in some cases, humiliated. In some cases, they're going to have to come to an understanding of what their finances, what their money, where it has been going, of the accountability that comes with having the resources that they have. The rich have a responsibility to themselves and also to how they spend their money, because when we have something going into something that's not benefiting humanity, I mean, death, I mean, transformation has to come through, okay? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, are there any other messages that you'd like to share for this? Because this is a really deep message, but I feel as though this is just the tip of the iceberg. Spirit guides, ancestors, thank you so much for being here. I'm hearing the number 26, so someone here could be 26, but also Spirit is talking about awakening your inner shaman. Connect, invoke, and heal. There's going to be people that are going to be drawing their strength, drawing their sense of self and restoring parts of themselves through shamanism. There are people that need to retreat back into the fundamentals of the world and the elemental aspects of humanity. So like fire, okay, fire, smoke, saging, cleansing a space, voices, singing. There are going to be people that are going to start evoking or invoking a lot of calls to balance through shamanism, through healing modalities like that. We already see that a lot with the public eye. We see people going into a more spiritual perspective, but they don't really know where they fit yet. And what I mean by that is some of us have a very deep connection to certain things, but the earth is one of our connections. And I feel like when we tap into the connection we have with earth, not to use it or abuse it, but to actually to understand earth, that is when you're going to be able to heal. And this is going to be felt within the public eye, within the people in your surroundings and outside of it. So with this person that's going to be addressed, that's going to lose a lot of funding for something, and it's going to lead to them trying to gain favor. There's going to be insight that comes on saging, on cleansing your space, on meditating, on chanting. Allow yourself and your body and your ancestors to assist you in preparing for those moments, because those moments will come. There is going to be a call. I feel as though a number of your ancestors are calling you, past, present, future. Whoever sees this message, they're calling you. I'm hearing South Carolina as well. They're calling you from all over the world. And there's something historically, I'm feeling Gullah Geechee. I don't know why. So maybe someone just tapped in and came in and left. But like Spirit really wants to highlight your ancestors, and they're going to be really important and integral in your path. And there's something about them crediting or giving you something that will help you heal. It's going to help you understand someone here that is going to be doing something pretty drastic. Okay, and bottom of the deck for this, let's see, is earth magic. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Earth is going to be your focus, okay? For those of you that recognize your energy and how it affects the collective, there's going to be a need for you to press in, to tap in for your benefit, and then see how it trickles outward for the collective as well. Okay, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, are there any messages that you would like to share for the collective? Someone here needs to really get into water. Someone needs to engulf themselves in water more often to cleanse. Okay, we have the 10 of fire. Okay, oh wow. So there's going to be people from all four corners here, because when I actually just shuffled the deck, it came out in fours. The star. healing is going to be coming in order to heal and repair a lot of bridges. Okay, we've had people from the north, south, east, and west that are going to be listening or that are aware of what's going to happen on the 14th to the 18th. And keep in mind energy, it's so interesting because energy, when things are going on, I tap into the collective energy at that moment. So see what happens and see if it comes on, it comes faster or slower. The information and insight that you give out affects what actually happens, is what I want to tell you guys. The 10 of air is about the end of a really mentally disturbing, very, very difficult experience. You have 2 10s on the board. This is a new beginning starting. We have the 8 of water moving out of something into something more passionate and something that is also beneficial. This is all about how we need to be in a manner, need to address this from a place of peace. If we're always kind of expecting the worst of everyone and we're not letting them tell us who they are, we're going to be very disappointed, okay? The lovers, relationships are going to be addressed here. So Spirit is just highlighting the same message again, but something about 4 corners is important here. We have the 4 of water. Something, information and insight that you're not aware of, and how you respond to it is really important. 5 of cups. It's going to be very sad and saddening. It's going to kind of force us to, some of us, to isolate. And that's something that Spirit doesn't want you to do. Do not isolate in response to what happens here. I don't know why I keep hearing, I don't think I can say this name on camera. But some family, starts with an R. That family is being addressed here as well. Spirit guides, what would you like to say here? It's 9 of Cups came through. So Spirit wants to really highlight the importance of your emotional satisfaction not being based off of the people. Okay, so when this event happens, so we already were talking about in the beginning of this reading about someone very notable using and misappropriating funds in order to secure something that they want. When these realizations and when clarity comes out about that person, Spirit wants me to say this because they want you to focus on your self-happiness and satisfaction within yourself. Because within yourself, that's something that's harder to touch. The satisfaction you have with yourself, with your surroundings, and the satisfaction you have in peace and knowing that humans are not in control of your destiny will help you and assist you and help you from becoming desolate or upset or depressed. This is what I'm feeling really strongly. It's like replacing sadness for joy. So Spirit really wants you to return back to your inner shaman, your inner knowing, your inner intuitiveness. The healing, it starts with you. The healing is what trickles outwards and is what's going to propel us into a new understanding and a new age. Spirit wants people to be aware of that your happiness is not found in the people that are at the top of the chain, atop of the pyramid, but you. Because if you're happy, I just feel this card really strongly, when you're happy and not happy and like smiling, but happy, like when you actually find money is what has been and will be the biggest, the biggest adversary for the collective that needs to be addressed here. There needs to be a lack of defensiveness with regards to money, because it feels as though when you don't stand your ground and kind of force something to fit or to come to you, that is when it will. That is manifestation. So Spirit wants to highlight that. What else would you like to highlight about specifically the situation? Mother of water. Mother of water, fortune, and son of water. What's interesting is that Spirit is highlighting the relationship between parents as well. So that's something I did not expect to take a turn. Spirit is highlighting mother and son, okay, and lineage and legacy. So there's someone here, it could be Cancer energy as well. There's also this energy of resourcefulness, of emotional depth and security that is going to be addressed here. What a mother will do for her son is what I'm feeling really strongly there. What a mother will do for her son, you have no idea until you're in that position. I feel like that's the energy of Earth as well. What a mother will do for their people, for this Earth as well. Because we have Justice, the Three of Swords, and the Star. The collective is really going through a purge here. A lot has to be purged out as well, because I feel like the information you're receiving, it can be overwhelming. And when it's overwhelming, Spirit wants you to reflect back on your inner strength and your inner acknowledgement of who you are, so that when things change, you're not putting your who you are in the hands of other people, because it's like anyone up at the top, okay, Musk can change. Are you gonna like depend on him? DeSantis can change. Are you gonna depend on them? You can't, because you don't know everything there is to know about them. You barely even, I would say, even know anything much about who you are. You learn that as you go through this life. So why would you trust someone else with like your entire perspective on life? So Spirit wants people to kind of separate themselves from the Spirit really wants people to break free from the perceptions that they have of other people in order to see things manifest, because the truth is manifesting. It's not standing anymore. The perceptions that we once had of these people just cannot stand anymore. It's like a mother looking at their son and saying, I want you to know all of it. I want you to know all things in time. There's time. There's a reason that this is coming out now versus back then. Why now? There's a reason for it. Yeah, because we have the Ace of Fire. This is inspired action. This is about also people coming together and banding together. And it's interesting because I feel as though the young will be the ones that lead us. And what I mean by that is the people that we expect to lean on us and to depend on us are the ones that are going to lead us out of a lot of preconceived notions and a lot of really huge social constructs are going to be drawn out and eliminated by the people of this generation. We have the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor, the patriarchy is changing. We have the Mother of Fire in reverse. The Emperor energy, the patriarch is needing to know that they need to look towards the matriarch, the Mother of Cups here. Feminine energy is what's going to bring this all together in fruition. Feminine energy, men operating in their feminine energy as well as women operating in their feminine energy, and everything else in between. The importance of both yin and yang is being really, really addressed here. Yin and yang are something that we need to equalize and understand together. So the patriarchy is coming through. Okay, of not always feeling as though you have to act in order to see something come through to fruition. The bottom of the deck is the world. So the world is moving forward into a new age here. And this is something that is going to actually happen rapidly, because I feel like with the information that you're going to receive, it's going to be something that it shocks a lot of people, and some people are going to be defensive towards it. But there's a need for you to find your voice here, okay, and to actually stand up and speak up about what you see and what you hear, and remind others that that is true, that what you heard and saw is actually happening here in the collective. So I want to clear the energy, clear the deck, see what else comes through, because there's a lot. If anyone has come in a little bit later, thank you so much for coming in. I'm really excited to be on here with you guys. This is probably like my 4th live, so I'm fairly new at this. But I have been reading for quite a while, for lifetimes as well, and I feel like Spirit really wanted me to come on here to talk to you guys. So if you want to say anything in the chat, feel free. I'm going to just clear the energy again, because this is heavy, heavy energy. I want to make sure that I'm not speaking, reiterating stuff that have already been said. That's definitely not necessary. That's what, playing back something is for, So I'm going to put this back in here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, for the messages that are coming through for the collective. Please assist me in understanding more of what the energies are. All right, someone here has locks. Nice. So I'm feeling like someone here is a loctician or needs to go to a loctician, wants to get locks. That's coming up here. Cool. I can't see anything on the screens too well, so if you guys have said hi. Yeah, regaining. So Spirit is saying regain your destiny, collective. Regain your consciousness, your understanding of the collective, understanding of what is going on here. Because we were just talking about the powers that be and the principle of not truly forming an opinion, a concrete opinion on someone until the information comes out, because information and insight will be coming to you, and that's going to be the 14th and 18th. So I want to see what else is coming out. We have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. We have the 6 of Swords, moving out of something really transformative. So you're taking your family with you. This could be reflective of the people that are watching this as well, moving out of a difficult situation into calmer waters. Spirit wants to highlight the Wheel of Fortune here. Justice, wow. And the 8 of Cups. You are walking out of a lot of things here as a collective with regards to the world events, with regards to your lineage. Something is changing and shifting with you. We have the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. 888 might be also another synchronicity for you guys. Insight, clarity. Like, you guys have all this information coming into your awareness here. So we're going to keep those. What's interesting is that it's 7. So 777 is also here for someone. So I'm hearing 254, so you might be from that area code. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. What would you like to say in regards to world events that are coming? What is another event, ancestors, that you would like to highlight? Yeah, so we have back to basics. What's interesting is I was actually just saying in the reading earlier about the 4 corners. There's an invocation. There's like this invitation that Spirit is giving you to start going back to the elements, back to the basics. We as a country and as a nation are going to be going back to the basics. And I think I hear my baby, so I think I might even have to cut this short. So Spirit always says everything that needs to be said in the right time, so we'll see what happens here. But balance yourself. Direction, growth, life stages. Let's see. We have the Ace of Pentacles coming through. This is going to be insight. So you guys are going to have insight that takes you right back to the beginning of how you perceive a situation, a circumstance. The 9 is also coming a lot. So 9 is also another synchronicity, and the 9 of Wands. You're going to have to go to basics, back to the basics about how you perceived someone big. This is someone with a 10 of Pentacles, guys. This is not someone that came into new money. This is old money. So what would you like to say about coming back to the basics for the collective? The Knight of Wands. We have the Temperance in reverse. We have the 5 of Wands, and we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. We have a major arcana in reverse here. Fire. I need to light something. the world in reverse. So I'm just going to take 1 second to light something, you guys. Fire. I tend to scry and see things in fire, so maybe that's helping me cleanse my eyes and cleanse my mind. Okay, so someone here needs to log everything that they're hearing from their spirit guides. Someone here already knows how to log, to write